Hello and welcome to Rooted Souls Tarot. Lovely to have you here, Aries. I hope all is well with you today. So this is for you, Aries, if you are Aries Sun, Moon and Rising, and it is your general reading for the month of April. I know I've not been doing a monthly reading, but I just felt that as there's so much going on during this month astrologically, and actually you just have to take a little bit of a look in the outside world, I thought it might be of use for you to have your April guidance reading, basically. So I've got this Witch's Tarot deck that I'm going to use to find some general energy, general theme of what's going on with you over this next month. So we'll pick 5 cards and we'll just have a little bit of an overview of what's happening. So I've got one out already. Let's have 4 more. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands, we have the 4 of Wands, we have the 10 of Cups, we have the 2 of Wands, and we have the 10 of Pentacles. Double 10, lots of wand energy. So I think you are really moving forwards in a really positive way during the month of April, Aries. I mean, it is your month. After all, it's your birthday month. We've got a Queen of Wands, confident, moving forwards, taking action, not afraid to take action, knows where she wants to go and just going with it. So I think that is you. 4 of Wands, building strong foundations for the future. So I think you are going into this month really not taking no for an answer with anything. I think you're really knowing what you want and really moving towards it. 10 of Cups. The culmination of all of those cups, 10 of Pentacles, culmination of all the Pentacles. You're going to be in a really good place, I think, this month, Aries. I think everything's coming together for you. You're going to have everything that you need in a tangible way, in a material way, and in a love way. I think you're going to have happiness, contentedness within your small family space this month. And I think it's all about reassessing and moving forwards. I think you're going to definitely be looking towards what's next for you. I think maybe, some of you have got into a new relationship. Some of you may well be feeling in a better place within your relationship. But you're definitely in a really powerful position this month. Moving forwards and actually with what you have got at this current moment. Brilliant. So let's have a little bit of a look, Aries, about what's been going on in your recent past, because as we know, our recent past often reflects what's going on or has some input on what's going on in our current and our future energy. It influences it, doesn't it? So let's have a little bit of a look at some recent past energy. Okay, so another 2 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, another 4 of Wands, then clarifying the Hanged Man, the Queen of Cups, and the 10 of Wands. Okay, so that 2 of Wands, you looking towards the future, looking out to see where you want to go, making plans for growth, for expansion within your world in some way. And I actually think that's what you're doing. I think maybe for some of you, you're moving on. Maybe you're looking to move house, maybe you're looking to move jobs, maybe some of you are looking to move countries even. But there is this energy of really being in control and looking and being in control of the choices about where your life's going this month. And I think the ball is pretty much in your court in that way. And it has been actually for a while, because obviously this is recent past. The Hanged Man, clarifying that about looking things in from a different perspective. So there's obviously been a shift within you in the recent past that's made you realise that you want to change things, that you want to move forwards in maybe a slightly different way, coming at life from a different perspective. So we've got the 3 of Cups clarified with the Queen of Cups there. And, you know, this Cups energy is just warmth, it's compassion, it's love, it's joy, and you're sharing that with others, or you have been doing in your recent past. And there has very much been an energy of warmth. I want to say that maybe you have found or been in a situation where you've needed the support and the love of other women. Obviously, I don't know, you know, obviously it didn't matter what gender you are. But I think there has been this very feminine energy around you in the recent past. And I feel like you have very much been either in a supportive or supported by that feminine energy in your recent past. And that is definitely reflecting where you are at this current moment in time. We've got the Four of Wands again, so 2 Four of Wands, building foundations for future happiness. So this is definitely something that you have been actively working towards building stronger relationships, you know, a home, a strong foundation for your finances, for work. Definitely some building energy going on, whether that is recent past, whether that is something that's still moving now into your future energy, and now probably through it into current energy and probably into your future energy. But there is definitely the need to create in a really strong way something that's going to bring you happiness and celebration down the line. And I think it's something that you have taken really quite seriously in the recent past. We've got that 10 of Wands. It's carrying a heavy load. I think you have been really working hard with this, and maybe taking on a little bit of, maybe a little bit too much work, a little bit too much responsibility, because this is what you very much want for yourself and for the people around you. Because I don't think you're just doing it for you, you're doing it for your people. And so, the 10 of Wands is about, it's nearly there. You're nearly there. Don't give up. You're nearly there. It's the 10. You're nearly at the end of having this heavy burden to carry. And it's going to be totally worth it. So let's see what's happening in your current energy, Aries. Okay. We've got the 8 of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Another Queen of Wands. Okay, so the 8 of Swords can speak of tying yourself up in mental knots. It can be, creating a mental prison of your own making, one that you can get out of any time. That's clarified with the 9 of Pentacles, and that's about the receiving the benefits of all of your hard work. From the time and energy that you've been putting into something tangible. So that could be, it's going to be different for everybody. But that could be a relationship again, it could be a home, it could be your health even. But I think that in this current moment, at this current time, you are maybe having a mental wobble, and maybe spending too much time procrastinating or over a situation, or over analysing a situation, and that's creating all these knots of stress within your mind, all these different thoughts ping-ponging around inside your head that aren't serving you and actually are of your own making. It's something that you need to actively draw a line under. I always say the answer to the Eight of Swords is actually to just get it out of your head and say it either out loud, write it down, just get it out of your head, because often when we get a chance to actually hear our thoughts outside of us or read our thoughts, they're actually, we can find greater clarity by doing that. So that's a really, good top tip for when you procrastinate. And even if you just say it out loud, if you're not sharing it with a friend, just saying it outside and out loud and listening to yourself say it can often help you to find clarity on the situation. But I think the thing that you are mentally tying yourself up in knots about is because maybe you've got a bit of a worry or a fear of things coming to fruition for you, for you actually receiving the benefits of all your hard work. I think maybe that's something that's a bit of an underlying stress for you at the moment. Is all the hard work that you've clearly been doing going to be worth it? Is it going to all come to fruition for you? Is it all going to be worth it? And I think that is something that you are struggling with at the moment. And like I said, it's something that you need to write down or get out of your head, speak to a friend, say it out loud, however you can do that to sort of find some clarity on the situation. We've got the King of Pentacles. He's the smartest king in the pack, the smartest financial person in the pack. He's the richest king in the pack, should I say. And, he's all about having abundance, about having everything you need to move forwards. And I think we've got the Ten of Swords clarifying him, and that's all about coming to the end of a stressful situation, a sudden ending. So, it may well be that you are coming to the end of a cycle within your life, a financial cycle within your life, one that has, I'm going to have a clarifier on this, one that has, as you've been in this perpetual cycle of a particular financial type over the last however many years, and I think that cycle is coming to an end, and I think it's going to come to an abrupt end. Let's have a little bit of a clarifier on that. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. So I think moving forwards, you are in a position where you have got to make those smart financial choices, because things are shifting, things are changing on a financial. Well, it's a pentacle, so it could be something material, but I think for a lot of you it is financial, because that was my first initial thought. So take that however it fits with you. If it's something health-wise for you, or if it's something relationship or home or work-wise, take it as it resonates. But I think for a big chunk of you, I think you have been in a particular cycle in a financial kind of way, and it's all changing, and it's changing in a really swift way. And I think from here on in, you are going to have to really be careful. You're going to have to consider how you're moving forwards with your pentacles in the future. We've got that Knight of Pentacles. He's the only knight that's, not galloping forwards. And in the actual Rider-Waite deck, he is standing still looking at his pentacle. He's considering, he's being careful. And I think this is the energy that you have got now in this current moment, one where you are having to be careful. You're considering, you're not maybe making as many impulsive choices as you could have done in the past. Maybe you are in a more control of your finances. Maybe you haven't been in the past. Whatever, there's been a shift. There's been a shift, quite a fast shift that's maybe come from an outside source that's causing you to actually have it to now be careful, be considerate, and move forwards in a really smart way. So that's stuff that's going on at the moment, whether it is, the outside markets, maybe you invest in the stock market you know, and things obviously are all gone a little bit wobbly over there, and you're having to be careful and considerate about how you move forward. You know, that's again, for some it's going to be small, for others it's going to be big, but it is a financial shift that's happening for you at this current moment, and it doesn't mean to say it's bad. It just means to say that you're going to have to be smarter. Yeah. So, you know, at the end of the day, we've got this Ten of Pentacles card at the end there. You've got everything that you need moving forwards. So don't be fearful of that. You've got the Ten of Cups. You're in a good place generally. But I think, you know, your smarts are going to have to come out in this situation. And, you know, you're going to have to just be considerate, be careful. So we've got the Hierophant here as well, and we've got the Queen of Wands. I love it when these two come out together, which they do quite often recently. They are, you know, they're both those lovely fiery energy, that lovely pinky purples, happy, positive cards. And the Hierophant, obviously, it's all about spirituality, connecting to your spiritual side. Queen of Wands is about moving towards your passions, you know, creating magic and moving forwards. And I think this is, you know, I feel like this is the energy. This sums up your energy at the moment. I think you are feeling quite magical. I think you are really connecting with yourself to move towards the things that make you happy, that bring you joy, that bring you passion, that light your fire. And it may well be that you are spending some time really connecting to your spiritual side in a way that you've not done before, and you're really opening yourself up to the magic that's within you. And I think you're using that to really power yourself forward, to move yourself forward in the way that you want to go. I feel it's very energetic connected. I feel like you are sort of grasping all of your energetic power and using that to really propel you forwards. So whether it is that you have a spiritual practice that involves energy work in some description, or your spiritual place is on the yoga mat, or in a meditation space, but I really feel that the two, you moving forwards with joy and passion, and your spiritual side, is very much interconnected. And I think there's some magic that's going on with you in your inside landscape that's going to really help to propel you forwards, Aries. Don't forget, if you like this reading, it would be amazing if you could give me a thumbs up. I'd love it if you left me a comment. I always love to read your feedback and hear what's going on with you, if you're feeling brave enough. And also, I'm trying to build a little community here, so it would be really amazing if you feel like you want to, if you subscribed and join us, because all of these things help me to build my channel, and I love doing your readings, so it would be really fantastic if you felt like you wanted to do that, any of those things, or all of them. It is up to you. Right, so moving onwards, let's have a look what's going on in your future energy, Aries. Let's see what we got going on. Right, one more. Oops, that he really wanted to come out. We've got the King of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. Then we're clarified with that Four of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the World card. Okay, so moving onwards into the future. I think you are going to feel quite grounded and quite stable and secure. And I think you are in this future energy. And I think you are going to be that for other people. I think you are giving off, despite the things that are going on in the outside world that can make us feel quite squirrely and a little bit off balance, and not quite as grounded as we might want to be. I think you are going to be one of the people, Aries, that are going to feel that stability. And I think this spiritual connection, and also your smart moves, your deep connection to your finances, I think is what's doing it for you, really. I think everything that's going on in this current energy is having a really positive impact moving forwards. I feel like it's very much a process, and you've been going through things and stuff's been happening in, as it's meant to have happened in order to get you to where you are now. So I think, you're feeling emotionally stable and connected, rooted to the earth moving forwards, Aries. And like I say, I think there's going to be others that are going to look at you, and you're going to help make those people feel safe and secure and grounded. We've got this Four of Cups underneath here. Four of Cups is generally about boredom, about apathy. And I actually just feel like this is you disconnecting a little bit and just going within, and maybe just taking that time to spend it inside. Just not getting too dragged into what's going on in the outside world. To maybe, your mojo may fall to the wayside a little bit, but I think moving forwards, because you are moving forwards, very much moving forwards, I think you're going to unplug yourself from something, and that could be the thing that you're moving forwards on, the thing that you're creating, you're building for yourselves and your family for the future. But I think there's going to be definitely going to be an unplugging for a short time, where you are just going to concentrate on on you, on keeping that stability, keeping that that air of groundedness. And so what if you feel losing your mojo a little bit, and you're not sort of pushing forwards really powerfully as you have been doing. It's meant to happen. This is how it's meant to be. It's okay for you to take that time out, to take that break, to maybe connect to your spiritual side, and to do the things that help you feel grounded, whether that is go out and walk in nature, go to the gym, have a nice long bath, have a laugh with friends, get out in the garden, whatever it is that seeing friends, seeing family that helps you feel connected. Meditation, yoga, all of those things are all useful for different people, for feeling that sense of connection. And I think that's going to be very important for you in the imminent future, so shortly. And that's okay to unplug from those things, from your tasks moving forward, the things that you've got planned that you're really pushing forwards with. So I think you're going to have a little bit of time of that in the imminent future. And then I think things are going to start feeling a little bit clearer. You're going to start feeling like you are able to move forwards then in a more positive way, because your mind is feeling clearer and you're seeing the way forwards through it all. I think you need that time actually in order for you to regroup and to really just keep yourself in that steady place, and in order for you to be strong moving onwards. We've got the Queen of Swords then moving forwards, and she's seeing things with clarity. She's feeling clearer minded, and she is able to then navigate her way forward in a powerful way. I love the way that her sword almost looks like she's steering a boat. By finding that clarity, by finding that clearer vision, you are able to move towards where you need to go, like I say, in a really powerful way. We've got the Six of Cups attached to her as a clarifier, and that is the card of nostalgia, the card of ancestral stuff, the card of how things used to be, the card of how you were as a child. So I think maybe this powerful movement forward has very much got to do with you connecting to your ancestors. Maybe you are finding strength in a powerful figure from your past. Maybe they are inspiring you to move forward in this particular way because that's what they have done. I always, when I think of nostalgia and family, my nan was Austrian. She moved after the war from Austria. She married my granddad, moved to the UK, I moved here to France from the UK, and I always think about her, about how the struggles she must have had. She had no language, she didn't know English, and she just had the language of love to lead her forwards in her life. And I always find that strength and that inspiration from her when I'm having a bit of a wobble here in France, and I think how the things she went through. And so it may well be that you have a situation like that there's somebody from your past, one of your ancestors that are inspiring you to move forwards in a powerful way, in a clearer minded way, moving onwards into the future. So have a little bit of a think about that. Then we've got the Seven of Cups, and that's all about bringing your dreams into reality, as clarified with the World card. So there's a new cycle coming in for you, and I think the new cycle is involving. Well, I think has been inspired by and been the catalyst of you, that's come from you building strong foundations for the future. I think you have actively put energy into this new cycle for yourself, and I think you have now got the choices. You've got choices to be made. Which cup are you going to bring down to earth? Which of these 7 cups, which have all got something completely different in, which of these are you going to start making into your life, that you're going to start bringing your dreams into reality? Because you're in a brand new cycle, one of your own making, because I think this is what you have wanted for yourself, and I think this is something that you have actively, like I say, actively been confidently putting energy into. And I think you're going to be by the end of April, you're going to be at the start of a brand new cycle for yourself. One where you're in charge. It's up to you where you go. It's up to you which one of your dreams you start putting your energy into. But the thing is, you need to pick a dream. That's the thing of the Seven of Cups. You need to put your put your energy behind one of them. Start trying to bring one of them down to earth, because things are shifting, things are changing. We've got the World card at the very end, the last card. So I think by the end of April, I think you are really moving onwards in a really strong and powerful way, taking inspiration from your ancestors, taking that time to just have a little bit of a time of a regroup, and staying grounded, staying connected, using that energy to propel yourself forwards, making smart financial choices, really, not being taken by surprise by things that are happening in the financial world. I think, really untying yourself from knots, from any mental things that you've got going on, and just really moving forwards in a powerful way. It's a really great reading for you, Aries. I'm really excited to see how things pan out for you. Again, love to know in the comments. Please leave me some feedback. Let me know what's going on with you. But in the meantime, have a really great month, and I'll look forward to seeing you very, very soon.